Have you ever felt like you're climbing a ladder with all your might, only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall? You're busy, you're trying, but there's a quiet emptiness, a secret sense that you were made for more. What if I told you the answer to that void isn't a new goal or a different path, but a divine secret hidden in plain sight? A mission designed specifically for you by God Himself. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will not only reveal this mission, but also expose the one critical shift in your heart that's required to truly live it. Many people live their entire lives chasing things that can't satisfy, wealth, popularity, only to find their souls still thirsty. This is the greatest tragedy. A full life lived for the wrong purpose. The Apostle Paul knew this danger, declaring his life worthless unless he could finish the race and complete the task the Lord Jesus had given him. This wasn't just a suggestion, it was his everything, and it's meant to be yours too. Jesus gave us our core directive in his final command, what we now call Christ's commission, found in Matthew 28. He told us to go, to baptize, and to teach. But the central, non-negotiable command that holds it all together is to make disciples. This isn't just for pastors or missionaries in a foreign land, it's for you, right where you are. A disciple is simply a fully committed follower of Jesus, and your job is to help others become one. But how? It starts by seeing people not as problems, interruptions, or statistics, but through the eyes of Jesus. He saw the broken, the marginalized, the ones everyone else wrote off, and he was moved with a compassion so deep it stirred him to his core. This isn't just feeling sorry for someone, it's a gut-level response that demands action. But here's the shocking truth that trips up so many believers: you cannot fake this compassion. You have to ask God to break your heart for what breaks His. That's when you start dining with the sinners and tax collectors in your own life, loving the difficult, the different, the one society deems unworthy. Your mission field isn't necessarily across the ocean, it's across your dinner table. It's in the cubicle next to you. Your first and most important disciples are your own family. From there, your mission expands to your neighborhood, your workplace, your school. You are God's strategic agent in that specific sphere of influence. This is where you find the day-by-day blessing of living out your faith. There is a desperate urgency to this. Jesus said the harvest is plentiful, souls are ready and waiting, but the workers are few. This is a spiritual emergency. The harvest is time-sensitive. If we don't act, souls are lost forever. We are called, not just to pray for more workers, but to get up and volunteer for duty ourselves. This requires a deep conviction that people are truly lost without Jesus, and that He is the only way to salvation. When you believe that, your comfort zone becomes a cage you're desperate to break out of. Think of the Samaritan woman, a new believer, her life a wreck. Yet the moment she met Jesus, she ran back to her city, and her testimony sparked a revival. Your story of transformation, your personal encounter with grace, is one of the most powerful tools you have. You don't need a degree in theology. You just need to be willing to share what He has done for you in authentic fellowship with others. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He wants to take your broken story and turn it into a beacon of hope. So the question is not whether God has a mission for you. He does. The question is, will you embrace it? Will you see with His eyes, love with His heart, and act with His urgency? Your purpose is waiting. It is a life of eternal impact, found not in what you can achieve for yourself, but in what you are willing to do for Him.